Hi, today you're going to be learning about the body armor. If it's after August 26th, Monday, then the armor is already on the trucks, but it's important for you to watch this video so you know how to wear and care for your body armor. The other segment will be done by Chief Weimer, and he will review the SOG for when to wear the body armor. So no armor is 100% body proof. You don't want to wear this and think that you're invincible from any situation. This is just to protect you from any unforeseen situations if a shooter were to bring the hot zone to us, if you will. It in no way enables us to make any entry into any hot zone or warm zone where there's an active shooter. So right now we have 40 vests that are going to be out on the street. There will be 4 for every fire apparatus, 2 for every ambulance, 1 for the EDO, 1 for the battalion, and 1 for the XO. That means if there's 5 on a fire apparatus or more than 2 on an ambulance, those extra individuals will have to stay on the rig anytime the officer designates that vests need to be worn or anytime that policy designates that vests need to be worn. So in your armor, there are 2 types of plates, a hard plate and a soft plate. The first video you are going to watch is an independent review of Legacy Safety and Security, the manufacturer of the soft plate. It is rated for a level 3A, which means by the Bureau of Justice Administration, and this means that it will withstand pretty much any handgun bullet. Your helmet that you have is also rated 3A, so again it should withstand about any shot from a handgun, but not a rifle round. The other thing I wanted to point out is it is labeled as a dual threat, which means that the soft armor will also stand up to a knife. So go ahead and watch the video.
When Legacy Safety and Security asked me to test their body armor, I jumped at the opportunity. They sent me their dual threat panels, which are rated for knives and handgun ammunition.
Got some superficial cuts, but I can feel it's not even remotely going through.
So we did a mix of ammo, 9mm, 38, these are 40s, and this is 357. It's bulging, but it did not penetrate.
Yep.
Legacy's dual threat panels are NIJ compliant. Weighing in at 1¼ pounds, they are some of the lightest and strongest on the market. After shooting it 8 times and stabbing it repeatedly, I am convinced this is fantastic armor.
Hey guys, this is Tyler again with AR 500 Armor. We had some questions about durability and if it's possible to hurt these plates with general use and anything that would affect integrity. The answer is pretty much no. So we brought out our forklift, which weighs about 7,600 pounds. And for good measure, we've loaded about 2,000 pounds of Linex. We're going to run it over and then we'll shoot it. So it's looking pretty good. All we see is a tire tread. Backside looks good. Let's move on to the drop test. Alright, so we're going to do a drop test from about 15 feet. Alright, this is drop test number 2. The reason for the steel backing on the ground here is we're actually more worried about damaging the asphalt than we are our body armor. So here it is. And drop test number 3. And this is drop test number 4, our last drop test from 15 feet. Alright, so after being ran over by about a 9,600 pound forklift and 4 drop tests from about 15 feet, it's looking pretty good. Coating's still intact. Let's go do the fun part and shoot it. Alright, now we're going to do 5 rounds of M855 penetrators out of a suppressed Tavor. Alright, so 5 rounds of M855 penetrators, no penetration. The sticker did not survive, but the plate's holding up just fine even after the drop test and running it over with a forklift. Full fragmentation containment, no penetration. Ballistic gel's intact. Alright, so now we're going to do 5 more rounds of 308 M80 ball out of an 18-inch Kel-Tec RFB. Alright, so that was 5 more rounds of 308 M80 ball out of an 18-inch Kel-Tec RFB at just 20 feet. Still no penetration, still no fragmentation. The coating's taking a beating, but it's still containing everything just fine. This is our 10x12 build-up coat. The back looks good. Very minimal back face deformation. and no penetration on the ballistics gel. We ran it over with a forklift. We did multiple drop tests at 15 feet. We put 5 rounds of M85 62 grain penetrators at 20 feet, 5 more rounds of 308 M80 ball NATO rounds, again at 20 feet. Still no penetration, and our build-up coat is holding up extremely well. One thing we want to note, the chip here is actually from one of the drop tests, so it landed right on the corner. That's to be expected when you drop it from 15 feet. It still maintained its integrity even after the drop test and running it over. You can see the form is still in good shape. And another thing we want to point out that's important, there are a few armor options out there, and we know that. So notice the coating. It's not separating from the plate. This is a big concern when it comes to fragmentation containment. So we just encourage you to do your research, regardless if you purchase from us or not. Know what you're getting, understand what you're getting into when you choose armor, and just choose something that's reliable and effective. So again, this performed excellent in our test. Back face deformation was minimal. We measured it in at about 18 to 20 millimeters, which is standard for our armor. And again, that's at 20 feet, so that's really good compared to industry standards. As always, if you have any questions, don't hesitate to let us know, or shoot us an email at support@ar500armor.com.
The next plate in your protection is the hard plate. It is from AR500, and it is a level 3. And what a level 3 means is that it will protect you from most rifle rounds. It also has a lining on it made from Line-X that helps from any spalling or fragmentation of the armor if it is shot. And I'll let you watch the next video to give you some confidence on what a good piece of armor this is. I already talked to you about the helmet that is also rated as a 3A. So to take care of the body armor, for one thing, it will be stored in the rig in a bag with the helmet. These should be stored laying flat, and this is to protect the layers of Kevlar in the soft armor from degradation. They don't do well standing up against their own weight over time, so it should be stored flat. To take care of the carrier, the item that's holding the plates, it can go through the washing machine. I would just ask that you air dry it to protect the Velcro. There will be extra carriers issued to every house captain, so that if all the carriers need to be washed at the same time, they can be washed and the armor itself can be kept in service. Okay. So to take care of the armor inside the carrier, the soft and hard armor along with the helmets can be wiped with a damp cloth. If you need to use a detergent, you can use a mild dish soap like Dawn to clean them, but please do not use bleach. Bleach will degrade the layers of the Kevlar in the soft armor. Also, don't put the armor directly in sunlight, particularly the soft armor, because again, sunlight over time can degrade the layers of Kevlar. So now we're going to talk about how to wear your body armor. And you can watch a video that will give you instruction on what anatomical points on yourself to look for as you're putting on your body armor.
Hey guys, this is Tyler with AR500 Armor. Today we're covering a frequently asked question about how to properly wear your AR500 armor in order to provide maximum protection for your vitals. This also applies to most other hard armor on the market in plate carriers. By design, there's an optimal position for the plate to ride, and that's where you're going to want to have it. To keep it simple, we're referring to maximum coverage being your respiratory diaphragm, your lungs, your heart, your large blood vessels surrounding your heart. For most, our 10x12 plate will provide adequate protection. We also offer 8x10 and 11x14 inch plates for people of all shapes and sizes. It's important to remember that with all armor, the goal is to achieve a balance of mobility versus protection. So you're not going to have a plate protect the bottom of your gut all the way up to the top of your sternum. We're keeping that balance and mobility formula in play with our 10x12 plate. You'll want your lungs covered, along with your respiratory diaphragm, your heart's large surrounding blood vessels. The following image is your skeletal structure around your vitals. and you can use your sternum as a point of reference for proper ride height of your plate. If you take your finger and push on your sternum, following it upwards until you reach a soft spot, that's the point of reference you want the top of the plate to align with. Alright, now that we've seen a graphic, we're going to do a quick demonstration with the plate carrier actually on. So again, you're going to follow your sternum up until you reach the soft point just above your sternum. For me, it's about right here, and that's going to be your reference point for the top of your plate to ride within the plate carrier. So you're going to obviously adjust your straps accordingly. A demonstration of what you don't want to do, and a lot of people do, because it's more comfortable, is wear your plate carrier down too low. We're not trying to protect the gut, we're trying to protect the vitals in your upper chest, which we covered in the diagram. So keep your straps adjusted, find your reference point, and keep your plate carrier adjusted properly. As always, if you have any questions, don't hesitate to let us know.
Okay, so now we're going to open up the vest and take a look at what is inside. So as you can see in the middle of the vest, there's opening in the back and an opening in the front. Go ahead and undo the opening in the front. If you don't have the armor in front of you, now's a good time to pause this presentation and go get it. And pull out the plates inside so you can look at what you have. This is a soft plate, again from Safety and Security. It is rated for 3A, a dual threat. It shows on the back of it, it shows a wear face. That where it says wear face goes against your body. It's loaded in first. The second plate is the hard plate from AR500. It says body side, and as you can also tell by the curve of it, goes against the body. You want them stacked in the carrier so that the soft side is what is up against your body. The reason for this is you don't need the soft necessarily for bullet protection since you have the hard plate. It's going to take care of any handgun and most rifle rounds that you could potentially be shot with. What you need the soft plate for is for energy dispersion. That way, if in the unfortunate incident that you are shot with a rifle round, that energy will be dispersed a little more and hopefully not go through your body and result in broken bones, like a broken rib cage. So in loading those back in, again, make sure the soft plate will be up against your body. They slide in. There's the inner piece of Velcro you tighten down so that the plates don't move, and the outer piece of Velcro. The back is set up the same way. On the sides, there's also Velcro and a small soft plate on the inside. So again, that soft plate is only good for most handgun rounds. To put the body armor on, you can just put it straight over your head. I find it easier to undo the Velcro in the front. So go ahead and undo your Velcro. I apologize, it'll be noisy on my end for a minute. So you notice on the vest there are side straps. You have the option to buckle those across the body for a tighter fit. It is not required. I personally don't like to mess with it. I just leave them buckled on the side and out of my way. You will also notice the way you can tell the front and the back. This is what the front looks like. On the back, there's a drag strap, and that is your main difference between your front and the back and the way the Velcro works on the front. These are labeled as one size fits most, so to get it tight around your body, just simply put the Velcro on so that it's tight and not sliding. And then as you saw in the video, they talked about feeling your sternal notch. What you want your sternal notch isn't the top of the carrier, it's the top of the plate, which the plate is here, the carrier is here. So as you can see, this is riding too low on me. It's still exposing some vital areas that I want to keep covered up. So to adjust that, you want to do the shoulder straps and lift it up. Not only do you want to lift it up in the front, but you want to lift it up in the back because you want to cover the exact same vital areas in the back as well as the front, as much as you possibly can. If you have bigger traps, this is a little more difficult to do, but you want to make that adjustment on both sides. You need to check this every morning, firefighters, just like you check your air packs to make sure your straps are adjusted the way you need them. You need to make sure that your armor is adjusted the way you need it so you can get it on quickly. The other item that you have is your helmet. These are, again, they're size medium large. If you have issues with fit, please email me immediately. There's a ratchet in the back. Put it on, you can tighten the ratchet down. And it hooks similar to the way your fire helmets do. The adjustments are up here. It's easier to tighten it when it's not on your head. If you have any questions on how to wear the body armor and how to get a good fit, please email me and I'll get back with you on your next available day that coincides when I'm at work. Thank you.